What's up, guys? Boy, if you're from FoxCast here, welcome to the all-new episode of FoxCast Creepypasta, where today we actually have a very interesting story by Jay Goodspeed. It is named Whatever You Do, Stay Out of the Disney Vault, and it's pretty fantastic. I gotta give him credit. He's a good writer. So without further ado, let's get right into this, shall we? Let's go! Whatever you do, stay out of the Disney Vault by Jay Goodspeed. Everyone loves Walt Disney. His stories and animations have warmed the hearts of countless audiences all over the world for generations. That's the side of him they want you to see. I worked for 3 years at Burbank, California as a digital archivist for the Walt Disney Company. I cannot tell you my name here because just me writing this is breaking the half a dozen NDAs that Disney made me sign before I was let go from the company. My job was to oversee conversion and restoration of films into digital format. Because there was rarely anything new to come out of the vault, I found the majority of my time at the clock spent doing digital cleanups of repertory titles. They make us huddle over already sifted through footage to pick specks of dirt from the films like Cinderella or Snow White. That was so when people bought yet another re-release from Blu-ray, they would think that they were getting their money worth. That all changed when I heard that half a dozen film canisters had been discovered in the basement of one of Disney's many vacation properties. There were 13 canisters, all of them labeled with their titles. The majority of them were unseen Mickey Mouse shorts, nothing new or original. One of the canisters, however, was unmarked. I ran the film through the projector. The year 1944 appeared on the screen, and then a title that read, Walt Disney's The Final Solution. What followed was a beautifully animated cartoon in full color and sound. The animation was unlike anything Disney had ever made before or after. Instead of cartoonish characters with comically exaggerated features, I was looking at near photorealistic renderings with lifelike fluidity. There was no music, only a low humming sound that almost played melodically in unison with the images. I can remember every frame of the cartoon like it was yesterday. The story was about a man named Dr. Disney. He was a scientist working for the government who had come to a drastic conclusion. Mankind was a sickness, a pox on the planet, a hateful parasite that can never be cured of its own shortcomings. After an unauthorized experiment involving 2 eventually confiscated chipmunks, the doctor was court-martialed and publicly shamed for his extreme scientific methods. Alone, broken, and on the cusp of poverty, the doctor would soon be approached by a Russian spy who would explain that over the years, the KGB had been spying on him. The doctor's scientific achievements being the subject of much study in Russia. The cartoonist continues with the Russians secretly bankrolling the doctor, allowing him to continue his experiments in a hidden underground laboratory containing the most cutting-edge technology for the year 1944. This was all under the strict conditions that, when completed, his work would become property of the Soviets. Deep in the laboratory, the doctor begins steps that, when finished, would change the unsuspecting world above him forever. The doctor meticulously crafted his perfect creation, manipulating the DNA of a common mouse into a 5-foot upright standing vessel of sentience. The doctor would name this metaphorical atom Mickey. Mickey would be the first of a new race that would one day replace humans as the stewards of Earth. Walt would affectionately dub these new beings anthropomorphs. In the following weeks, Mickey would learn and comprehend a nearly impossible rate. Mickey would eventually utilize the newfound intelligence to assist the doctor in the creation of 2 more anthropomorphs. A duck that would be named Donald, and a dog that would be named Goofy. The Doctor would pass his moral values onto the trio, constantly teaching Mickey, Donald, and Goofy about the folly of mankind and how it can be changed for the better. The Doctor would keep his creations hidden from the Russian higher-ups, buying time by telling the KGB that he was working on a bioweapon codenamed Fantasia that would wipe out not only the Americans, but anyone else that did not represent the best interests of the Soviet Union. The weapon, as he continued to explain, would carry the wind on the winds and travel across the entire world, killing those not inoculated with the cure. The Doctor delivers to the Russians both the super weapon Fantasia as well as a means to administer the cure to every man, woman, and child that the Russians deemed worthy of saving. The Russians deploy Doctor's doomsday weapon, and Fantasia kills billions across the globe in a matter of days, including the Russians themselves. The cure the Doctor claimed to develop never existed. The human race, soon erased from existence, it is revealed that Fantasia would have a secondary purpose. While deadly to humans, it would also mutate all animals that came into direct contact. Anthropomorphs are now the dominant species on the planet. This is shown in a montage that plays out something from a horror movie due to the animation's realism. Deep in the underground lab, the Doctor is isolated from the effects of Fantasia. He spends his final moments with Mickey saying, "Remember what I taught you. When I'm gone, they'll look to you for leadership. All of them. Learn from our mistakes, so you never make them yourselves." Mickey is confused, thinking that the Doctor would see this new world he was responsible for creating. The Doctor tells the saddened Mickey that he has no place in the world, because it no longer belongs to him. After an emotional goodbye to his prodigies, Mickey, Donald, and Goofy know what must be done. Using their enhanced strength, they rip the Doctor to bloody shreds, then take turns consuming the gory chunks to acquire the last of his wisdom. Mickey, Goofy, and Donald escape to the surface, where they are surrounded by hundreds of newly turned anthropomorphs. They're lost, confused, and scared. Mickey tells them not to fear, as he takes place as the shepherd of his new flock, looking for guidance. We see a montage of society being reborn. Mickey is declared an all-powerful leader of Disney World. Donald and Goofy take their place at Mickey's side as his counsel. The anthropomorphs assume control over the already established human infrastructure, using their shared intellect to improve the technology once thought to be on the fringes of cutting edge. Even at this age of enlightenment, the anthropomorphs regard Dr. Disney with the reverence of God. A new religion is formed, based on what would be pieced together from his past. They erect monuments, statues, and churches to worship the man who gave them all their life. The effects of Fantasia are not without drawbacks. While most animal species have evolved, there are a few who have genetic resistance to change. 20% of the animal population lives in harmony with their biological advanced kin. They are named the Elder Ones. Some continue to live in the wild, others continue to live as pets. The cartoon finally ends with Mickey taking in one of the animals in, a familiar orange dog. The end then fades on the screen as Mickey and Pluto walk off into the sunset. I was oblivious to the fact that my nose had been bleeding continuously as I watched the cartoon. Seconds later, the room started spinning, and everything went black. When I came to, the lab was in ruins. The machines were smashed, and blood stained the walls. Looking down my trembling hands, I could see that they were covered in deep gashes. Not long after waking up, I would be escorted off the premises by security. I was let go soon after for sabotaging the company. It's my formal, and they chose not to press charges. The blackouts would continue for months after my termination. I eventually did go to the hospital, where they discovered I had stage 4 brain cancer. I know with every fiber of my being that I'm now sick from watching that cartoon. The doctor says I don't have that long left, that I should make my best of my remaining time. I wish I could, I really do. But I can't stop thinking about what I saw that night. I can't stop wondering what Disney originally planned to do with that cartoon. I hope to God they destroyed it, because I know now, in these final moments of my life, that cartoon wasn't named the final solution. It was the final solution. That was just an amazing story. Jay Goodspeed has done a very good job of writing there, and I could definitely say that he's a pretty good writer, and you should definitely check out this story. I love it. It's good. So, thank you guys for watching this all new episode of FoxCast Creepypasta. Be sure to like, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys next time.